Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Amy and I travel pretty much full time. And I have been in one place for the past couple months. I've actually been in Australia. And I thought that this would be the perfect time to get back into YouTube and give you guys a full rundown of the entire time I've been monetized, which has been basically the past year. I actually got monetized on January 8th, 2025. So it's just past the 1 year mark, and I'm going to just do it from all of 2025. So it won't count the first week of 2026 earnings, but I thought this would give you a good idea of how much you can expect to earn the first year that you're monetized, especially if you're not always the most consistent or if you're not getting the most views. So it's kind of a more realistic um, breakdown of how being monetized on YouTube actually is. Okay, so before I jump into the numbers, it's probably good to know that I stopped posting videos about 3 months ago. That's the last time, or actually, I think it's been longer now, maybe like 4 months ago. I couldn't keep up with posting regularly. Before that, I think I was posting one long form video each week. So I was pretty consistent for a lot of the year, but honestly, like it was a little bit disappointing seeing how much I was earning. You might have seen my video of my 6 month monetization update. You'll see there, like I didn't really earn that much up until that point. I was still motivated to keep going, but then I got a remote job and that has taken up a lot of my time. So I haven't had as much time to keep up with YouTube, especially because I'm also on Instagram and TikTok and doing so many things. It was just too much to keep up with everything. And as you can imagine, I was moving around a lot as someone who travels most of the year. And while that's great, it can sometimes be really difficult to film, especially if you're like slightly awkward of filming in public, like I am. I was staying at a lot of hostels because I was traveling solo. And of course, you can vlog, but I don't really have that personality where I'm just like happy to whip out my phone or camera and film myself in front of a bunch of people. So that definitely limited myself from reaching certain goals or like continuing to post at times. Also, where I'm living now, like I have housemates, the walls are really thin. They're gone for a couple days, so I'm able to actually like sit down and film a proper video inside. But typically, I would probably have to film like at a park or something. So maybe you'll see some videos like that in the future. But without further ado, let me just get into all the numbers that you came here for and why you clicked on this video in the first place. All right, I got my trusty laptop here with all the numbers, so I'm just gonna run through it. Okay, so January I earned $18.75. February was $44.81. March, $42.58. April, $34.68. May was $36.10. June was $35.11. July was $32.81. Don't know if you see a theme here. August was $33.60. I believe this is kind of when I stopped posting. September was $29.43. October was $27.03, so it's dropped a little bit. November was $30.72, and December was $31.91. And that brings me to a grand total of $407.28. I did post some shorts as well, which was helping get my follower or subscriber count up. So my most of the money came actually from my watch page ads, $362.09, and then $45.19 came from short form video content. And actually, that's quite exciting because as a Canadian, you don't earn a cent from the TikTok Creator Fund or Instagram, any of that. It has to come from brand deals. But I had no brand deals on this channel so far, maybe in 2026. And yeah, I was able to at least earn a couple $100. So, little round of applause for that because at least I still earned some money. When it comes to my top performing content, my highest paying video by a long shot was my Nicaragua travel guide. This was like honest opinions about my experience in Nicaragua. I was kind of being negative about Nicaragua in the video, which I think is why I got more views because people were commenting and upset that they loved Nicaragua so much and I didn't have the same experience. So I made $95.75 or 77 cents. The next one was 9 World Packers red flags to watch out for. This made me $40.47. Then a free travel through World Packers video, just like the pros and cons of World Packers, earned me $22.12. Then I have a Tagazoot and Imswan video that made $17.49, and first impressions of Tagazoot, $16.81. So, I mean, not too bad overall. I'm pretty happy with it. My highest paying day was $3.92. I guess the main point is that I earned like roughly $30 a month on this channel for all of 2025. And while that's not a lot, the one thing I thought that was pretty cool and a big pro is once you're actually monetized, you don't have to post every single day or every single week to earn money. My earnings dropped a little bit in the months I didn't post anything, but I was still earning pretty much exactly what I earned when I was posting every single week. So that was interesting to me and kind of cool that I was still getting a little bit of money coming in when I wasn't doing anything. A few cons I noticed is that the short form content, like just on YouTube in general, is taking away a lot of views and money from long form videos. It didn't earn me very much money. I was uploading shorts just to kind of like build up my channel a little bit. And obviously, posting videos on YouTube takes a lot of time to edit and to film script, etc. When it comes to my goal for this channel and what my plan is for 2026, I feel like it would be super easy to say, I want to earn X amount of dollars on YouTube this year. And while those sort of goals can be good, I don't think it's the right goal for me. This year, I'm actually focusing more on input versus like what I can expect to get out of it because I can control how many videos I'm making, I can control the quality, I can control those things. How much money I earn, I can't really control. You can to some extent, but not fully. So I thought it would be good to instead focus on 10 videos this year. I want to focus on improving quality, not necessarily over editing or changing up my production very much, but focusing on the quality of my content. So, what I'm talking about and talking about topics and things that you guys are actually interested in and want to see when I'm going on a trip, actually filming things that people will be interested to learn about and see and experience through my videos instead of just doing what's easiest. So I really want to improve video by video, focus on each video, spend a little bit more time actually thinking about what I want to film. And that way I'm not going to be overwhelmed and constantly posting week after week, just rushing to edit and film the next video while I'm also putting up content on Instagram, TikTok, and doing like a remote job as well. So it's been a lot of work to keep up with. And I still love this channel and I'm going to be going on some amazing travels this year. So I can't wait to actually share more and like maybe do some vlogs, but like experiment with different types of content. I'm in the works of planning a potential trip with another creator who's a very experienced on YouTube and gets a lot of content for YouTube. So I'm interested to see how a trip like that would go. Um, but yeah, I basically just want to focus on the quality, not overwhelm myself. Same goes with Instagram. I am going to slow down how much content I'm putting out there because it doesn't really feel worth my while right now. I don't know if anyone else feels this way about Instagram, but like my views have been terrible. So it just doesn't feel right to post day in and day out and not see much of a return. Of course, I realize I'm sometimes being a bit lazy and doing like easy trends and stuff like that, which doesn't help. But yeah, I want to just think about my own ideas, my own thoughts of a series or type of video I want to film for short form content as well, and limit how many videos I do and actually just focus on the quality. I also think people want to see more content that's authentic, less scripted, less edited, just more of someone's personality, raw thoughts, feelings, emotions. So I am going to show more of that here as well. Um, I don't really like putting on a fake persona on social media. I know a lot of people really play themselves up or become like a different character of themselves, which is fine, but I've never really resonated with that. So I feel like I the only way I can continue on social media is just showing up as who I am now and who I am going to become. So you'll be seeing more of that in this channel coming up. But yeah, I am really excited to just film more travel content in general and yeah, have different interesting conversations in 2026 around travel, around life in my 30s, because I turned 30 last year. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. And I'm excited to take you guys along for the journey. If you are someone who's new to YouTube and you are watching this video thinking, okay, $30 is not much to make per month, is it worth getting monetized at all? As someone who posted a lot to get to this point and is not making very much money from YouTube, I still think it's worth it, which I know might sound a bit crazy, but it's given me a lot of practice of filming content, trying to level up my skills around video production, content creation, and I don't know, just learn more about myself as I go too. I don't see a downside to starting a YouTube channel if you have an interest around a certain topic or information you can share with other people to help them. I think there's only upsides from that. And yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with this channel in 2026. Hopefully, I can film some exciting content from different amazing new countries that I haven't been to before. I might post some around Australia if I do some like local travel, but I am based in Melbourne, so we'll see. I do have another trip coming up soon for a group trip that I'm hosting, and I am going to be like just kind of working remotely in Thailand. So maybe I will share some video content when I'm there. But let me know if there's anything you guys really want to see on this channel, and I will keep that in mind when I am brainstorming. Thanks so much for being here and watching all the way to the end of the video. It really helps out my channel. If you want to leave a comment, that's even better. Share some information, share a video idea or something you really want me to post about. Maybe that's how you can travel more, how you can travel on a budget, how you can get paid travel opportunities, stuff around content creation. Let me know. I'm an open book and I love to share it all with you. So leave a comment below and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.